All right, what's up, FXK family? Man, we are back with another weekly Forex forecast. This week, we have about 3 to 4 pairs that we're going to be looking at, maybe 5. As always, we're going to start off with the recap, how last week went, and then we're going to dive into what we're going to be looking at as far as for this upcoming trading week. As usual, last week was literally fire. For those of y'all that are new to the streams and the live, make sure y'all check out our previous weekly video that we dropped on our channel, and you guys can see where we started off from some of these pairs and where we're at right now. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any future trades and things like that. Last week, we were looking at the DXY, GBP USD, USD CAD, EURUSD, and I gave y'all an update on Bitcoin, okay? So we're going to go through a quick recap of those pairs, and then again, we'll dive into our new trades for this upcoming trading week. Cool? All right, man, let's do it. I hope y'all had a great trading week last week. This week, we got some nice setups that I'm going to be looking to capitalize on with the students for this upcoming trading week. Again, for those of y'all that are new to the channel as well, my name's DeAndre. I've been trading going on 11 years. I primarily trade Elliott Wave along with smart money concepts. That's my trading style. And again, I'm a seasoned trader, been around for a pretty decent amount of time, almost a decade. So next year we'll make a decade in the game. Cheers to that, man. Wouldn't trade it for nothing. My complete life has changed thanks to this market. Truly blessed. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this recap. So last week we were looking at the DXY to come into this zone and then drop towards the downside. We were looking at either this area being the hot spot or we were looking at this range being the hot spot. So this is something that I teach my students on as far as targeting zones and which areas of interest that we're looking to target. These were the 2 areas of interest that we were looking to target. So overall, we got our reaction out of this range towards the downside. Hopefully you guys were able to capitalize on that. For those of you guys that tuned into the recording for last week's weekly Forex forecast. So that is the DXY update. Everything went really nice on that one last week. So let's go ahead and update this together for this coming trading week so you guys can know what I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to put this on a quick pause now that that's fresh, and then we're going to come back to this when we look at our new pairs for this upcoming trading week, okay? I don't have anything on gold for this upcoming week. GBP USD. Last week, I let you guys know that price action, I was looking for price to come into this range and then make a movement out of that range. So towards the beginning of the week, we got a slight push out of that range, and then we got a small correction. I am expecting price action to still continue towards the upside. We can be looking for a potential another sweep of this low to continue this correction a little bit more before heading towards the upside. But overall, I am going to be looking for a continuation still on GBP USD for an upside move, okay? So I'll give y'all a little bit more of an update shortly here as we go through the new pairs, and we'll touch this one up a little bit more so you guys can see a little bit better of a vision of what I'm going to be expecting. USD CAD Recap, okay? So for USD CAD, last week, and this one really hurt. So this is actually one of our favorite trades that we were looking to take from last week. And we wanted price action to literally tap into this range, and it came just a little bit short, bro. Crazy, just a little bit short and tanked. We wanted this anywhere in this box. And I mean, it came literally 1 pip just from the actual initial trade range from the premium zone. And it just tanked, bro. Is what it is. I am still looking for this to head towards the downside. We most likely are going to be forming either an ABC structure where we are currently or a 5-wave structure. So we could be looking at either a 5-wave structure for one more push towards the upside, or we're going to be looking for an ABC structure, and we're going to be looking at a sweep of the high towards the beginning of the week. Something like this, take the liquidity that's resting, and then a continuation back towards the downside. Something that is what I'm looking for on USD CAD for this upcoming trading week. I won't be taking that pair personally though. So there's only going to be a few pairs that I'm going to be trading this week personally, which are going to be these here. But that's just what I'm seeing on USD CAD for the update, okay? So EURUSD, last week, I don't know why this is here. Last week, I gave you guys an update on EURUSD. We were looking at price action to either retrace back one more time to sweep this low and to tap into this range and then head straight up, or price action was literally going to just head straight up. That was y'all's update from last week of what I was looking at on price action. So we did get that push towards the upside. We did not get the sweep of the low to really trigger us in. So I actually missed this trade personally. But if some of y'all were able to catch this, then cheers, man. What I am seeing right now is either two options. We're either going to go for, and this option right here is, this is a 5% chance that this is going to happen. It's very slim, but I just wanted to show y'all just in case. Either Euro USD is going to go all the way back down to complete an ABC structure and then head towards the upside. And again, that's about a 5% chance that that's going to happen. Or price action is just going to go sweep this low towards the beginning of the week and then head towards the upside. This is what I think is going to happen on Euro USD for this upcoming trading week. I would be more likely to be looking for an opportunity this versus the movement all the way down here. I want you guys to primarily focus on something this for this upcoming trading week. And anywhere below this low, I would love to look for a potential entry to enter this market. And honestly, I would say internal structure, you would want to target this range. And then if we're going external, you would target the high. Okay. And Bitcoin, last week, I gave y'all an update on Bitcoin. There was either two options, and it's been playing in the same range. Last week, we were looking at Bitcoin to either react in this range or react in this range. Price action has declined down to the range, and we're either going to see, and I expect a reaction here no matter what. I should highlight that. I am expecting Bitcoin to go up out of here no matter what. Either it's going to retrace and around in this range, and then give us one more fall towards the downside. And then from that point, we end up heading back towards the upside, or it's just going to take off straight from here and then head back up to make all-time highs. That's what I'm expecting on Bitcoin going forward, and y'all's update on Bitcoin. Those are all of the updates from last week. So again, everything that I pushed out for y'all last week literally made money. So even if you enter GBP USD down in this range, you should be in profit. If somehow, some way you caught USD CAD on that fall, you should be in profit. If you caught Euro USD from the break instead of the actual sweep of the low, you should be in profit. So every single trade that I pushed out for y'all last week went in the intended direction, and you guys should be in profit. So another beautiful trading week. I love it. I love it. I love it. We are literally on a 4-week streak. I can't tell y'all how many trades that I have pushed out to the team over these last 4 weeks. Just the entire January has just been a slaughterhouse. I can't keep up with how many trades I've pushed out, but literally within the last few weeks, maybe 30, 40 plus trades, and almost maybe 4 did not go in the intended direction, but out of the rest of them, they all just went straight in the intended direction. There was even another trade that I pushed out to the team and the free community chat room last week. So again, if y'all are not in the free community chat room, the link is down below in the description. Please, please, please join up. It's completely free. That is where I put all of the updates for all of these trades. So if you guys want updates, there's 2 things that must happen. You guys must drop at least 8 comments on this video, and you guys need to be in the chat room. So the chat room is where I drop all of the updates during the week. And again, I even drop out sometimes new trades. So I did drop out CADCHF last week. And what we were looking for was for price action to give us a true shift towards the downside. So we got a false shift towards the upside. So let's put this on a 1-hour time frame so you guys can see a little bit better. Did my line get deleted here? It looks like it did. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so here's going to be your true change of character, and this is going to be your false change of character. So what we were looking at is a slight retracement, continuation down, and then we were looking at some premium areas to capitalize on this move. Here's the actual before that I gave the team, so you guys can see that same move here. We're looking at a retracement either here or here, and here's the actual trade. So here was that first area here, and here's the second area here. As you guys can see, the invalidation was at 0.56912, so that's where our stop loss was. And if we go here, you will see 0.69, somewhere up in this range. It didn't even hit stop loss, so it actually turned out well. So if you were able to actually hold the trade, for those of y'all that were in the chat room and you just had that patience to hold it and didn't close out at break even, then you guys should have made some profit on this one as well. So another profitable trade that I pushed out for you guys in the community chat room. Again, link is down in the description. And make sure you shoot me a message when you do click join the chat room and let me know where you came from. This is how I minimize the bots and things like that. So I know exactly where you came from, and I can minimize on who's spam, who's not spam, who's a robot, who's not a robot. So make sure you send me a DM first so that I can approve you to get in the chat room, okay? That is going to be y'all's recap from last week. Now let's look at some of the new trades that we're going to be looking at for this upcoming trading week. And let's start off with the DXY update. For this upcoming trading week, for the DXY, I am going to be looking at a sweep of this range and then a decline. So right now we're still in our daily fair value gap on a lower time frame. So again, the initial push from last week, we were looking at a reaction out of this 4-hour time frame fair value gap. So then we actually placed, or price action placed, a daily fair value gap last week. So this is currently what we're looking at when it comes to reaction ranges. So we're going to be playing inside of this daily fair value gap when it comes to our reaction. Now I'm looking at either a sweep of this high here, or we're going to be tapping into this 4-hour fair value gap that was left right here. So this is going to be a displacement in price, and we're going to be looking for either this displacement to fill, or we're going to be looking for a sweep and a decline. So anywhere in this range, one of these two areas, I am going to be looking at price action to decline back towards the downside. So that is going to be our area of interest this week on the DXY. And I am still looking at a new low on price action overall, okay? So we're looking at a new low on price action, so we should achieve this range. Now, if we are to take in as far as time in accounts, because a lot of people don't take in time in account, so let me show you guys what we're looking at. So just this movement here, it took 9 days, okay? So just this movement, it took 9 days, and that's about the movement we need to achieve this range. So I want to show you guys this movement as well, so you guys can get a perspective of what we're looking at. So just this movement, it took 26 days, okay? So just about this movement, it took about 10 days. So we're looking at, I would say, an average of about maybe 10 to 15 days of how long it's going to potentially take to actually clear this point. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. So yes, next week we have about 5 days during that trading week. So we might end up going for the sweep and then starting the decline. We might end next week maybe somewhere around this range, or maybe somewhere around this range. And then the following week, we may continue to actually break the low. So I just wanted to give you guys a real-time perspective of just what to expect out of the trade in general. So that's going to be the DXY. Next trade that I'm going to be looking at mainly, and this is going to be NZDUSD. This is actually one of my favorite trades for this upcoming trading week that I'm going to be looking at. So we're going to be looking at an ABC structure to form. Give me one sec, guys. All right. We're going to be looking at an ABC structure to form. And I am going to be looking at price action tap into our premium range and then head towards the upside. So if I take that off, you'll see our premium range is from here to here. So from the 50% to the 88.6. So this is something that I teach my students when it comes to looking for premium ranges. And this is actually something that's going to be dropping in the new course that I'll be dropping soon. So I'm going to be revamping the 5-step strategy course for the team. And I'm going to be dropping them a more simplified update soon, just so I can I try my best to just give them as much education as possible and to try to make it as simple as possible. Anytime I learn something new, I drop that out to my students. As soon as I have a very good understanding of it, I drop it out to them. So as I learn, they learn. So I'm going to be giving them an updated course over some of the updated things that I've learned over the last, I would say, 3 to 4 months, which has significantly increased our win rate. So for those of y'all that are students that are watching the YouTube right now, definitely look forward to that. It'll be dropping, I would say, within the next 60 days. So we are going to be looking for price action to tap into this range this upcoming trading week. And then we're going to be looking for a movement towards the upside. Okay. So this is going to be one of the main trades that I'm going to be looking to take this upcoming trading week. And I'm going to go ahead and put an alert on this that I am aware once price action gets near my entry. So this is going to be NZDUSD. I did want to give you guys an update on CADCHF for those of y'all that missed the trade or closed out at entry. I am looking for a continuation down this week, and we have now started to form some nice internal structure. What I will be looking at this week is for a potential continuation trade towards the downside. Let's clear this alert, and let's clear this alert. Okay. So internally, this is going to be our structural key area that we really don't want price action to break above, because if it does, it's going to give us a change of character. Okay. And this is going to be our break of structure. So this is going to be your internal change of character. It's going to be your internal break of structure. And this is going to be your initial change of character for the internal. So this is not technically this is not valid yet. This is just, I'll have to put this on my chart just so I already know what to expect. If we do break this high, we will form an internal change of character. But as of right now, it has not formed an internal change of character. This one is just here for future purposes if it does. These two have confirmed, okay? So with this break of structure and this being our internal high, we do not want price action to break this high, or it will shift structure internally and we will see something like this. And if we are to continue downside, that's not what we want to see. So that's our invalidation point. And now that we know that, what we're going to be looking for is a slight retracement this week into a key imbalance range that was left behind in this movement, and then a continuation towards the downside. We do have some order blocks standing tall in this range. We have right here. And then I see this, and we're on the 1 hour time frame, and I see this 1 hour fair value gap. Now, I wouldn't want price action to dig too high. It's not necessarily ideal, but that is a opportunity potentially right there. I do want to highlight that. And this week, essentially what I would be looking for, and we need to wait till the low actually forms, because I do not think that this is going to be the actual low. But once the actual low forms, then we can put a true Fibonacci here, right? So once it starts to give a low and give a slight retracement, we can readjust this Fibonacci level to the correct low, and then we can look for some ideal areas. And I would prefer to grab anything between here and I would say here. So ideally, this is going to be my area of interest that I would be looking for this week for a CADCHF continuation move towards the downside. And long term, you're going to actually be targeting this low. So that's going to be a nice trade for y'all. And again, structurally, you're going to be looking at an invalidation above this high. So stop loss is going to be resting above this high. That's going to be CADCHF for this upcoming trading week. Another one, CADJPY. This is what I am looking at this week on CADJPY. So this trade for this upcoming trading week, and this is actually, I want to say a 30-minute time frame trade, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. So this is going to be a lower time frame trade for y'all to look at. We're going to be looking for price to retrace back into this range. This is a daily fair value gap and then a continuation down. So right now on the JPYs across the board, I'm looking at a significant fall on them for at least another, I would say 1 to 2 weeks until the JPY basket is ready for a continuation down. And just to give you guys a quick insight on that. So this is the JPY basket. So I'm looking at a retracement, and we've established a low here. So I'm looking at a retracement all the way up here. This is a daily time frame before we continue back towards the downside. So if we hop back over to CADJPY, I'm going to be looking at a significant fall overall, but we're going to try to catch a 30-minute time frame entry for the fall towards the downside. And I do think that this has the potential to actually head down here somewhere. So it can completely crush this 4-hour fair value gap. So if you want to swing this further down, by all means, if we're able to catch a really good entry on this and it starts to continue down, by all means, you can definitely extend this target out, and you can either trail your stop or just watch it and look for the next significant key level or imbalance towards the downside as price action heads down. 1 second here. And just I want to give you guys an ideal level of maybe where you might want to target. So if we hop to the daily time frame, we have a daily order block right here. So this is going to be a really nice area for you guys to target here. And let's grab 4-hour time frame. Let's see what we can see on the 4. So I would say if not here, it's going to react on this 4-hour order block. And I would actually choose this one here. This would be a good range to choose. So ideally, you're going to be wanting to look for one of these areas when it comes to a continuation further downside for a reaction. So if you don't want a TP here, your next TP is going to be in this range. And if not this range, then your final target range would be here. Okay. So that is going to be CADJPY and what me and these students will be looking at for this upcoming trading week. And we also have NZDJPY as well. So this week on NZDJPY, this one is a 4-hour trade. This is going to be a really nice trade as well. We have got a change of character here. I'm going to be looking for a slight retracement and a continuation down. I'm also going to be looking for a potential head and shoulders pattern to form on this. And so you guys can see the left shoulder here, head, and then I'm going to be looking for a right shoulder to form and then a continuation down. This has the potential to head way down into this range. I would say around 89,500. On the daily perspective, again, I told y'all on these JPYs, I'm going to be looking for a decent decline towards the downside. So it can drop all the way down here. I'm not going to be trying to carry this one that long, but just the potential, it can go that far down. So we do have a daily fair value gap left behind. So this is going to be a daily displacement as well as a 4-hour fair value gap within that daily displacement. So this is why we are targeting this range this upcoming trading week. And we're going to be looking to tag an entry here. We have a nice stop loss, so we should be comfortable on this. And then we're going to be looking for a continuation down this week. And again, you can get a lot more than this 2.4 to 1 off of this trade. You can swing this a lot further, okay? But again, for this upcoming trading week, I think this is what's going to happen. And then for maybe next upcoming trading week after this week, we might see a retracement and then the continuation down. So the way I have to trade is I have to take it piece by piece, week by week. So that's going to be y'all's update on NZDJPY. And again, if y'all are not subscribed, guys, so make sure y'all subscribe so y'all don't miss out on all of these crazy, insane, profitable trades that I drop out for the community. I'm literally trying to be the one solid trader in this industry that's not full of BS, fluff, scams, and all this other BS. 90% of traders just can't even trade. So I'm literally trying to change the narrative and single-handedly change the game. We'll see how this goes, but I'm trying to feed y'all as much as I can, man. Help y'all understand how to really trade, how to really read these markets, give y'all just all the right tips, tools, and just insights that you need to put you on the right side of the market so you're a little bit more profitable and at least you're headed in the right direction. So with that being said, that's my mission for y'all, man. I'm just trying to grow more now and help as many people as I possibly can now that we have gotten even better and we just keep getting even better over time. And again, we're almost a decade in the game, y'all. So you're not just getting education and trades and knowledge from someone who just started trading 2-3 years ago, who's never even traded a significant event, right? You guys are actually getting these charts, and these are my personal trades. So I'm sharing with you guys my personal trades that I take every single week so that you guys can get an insight of how a real trader really trades and a real profitable trader actually trades. So I hope you guys are liking the content that I've been dropping for y'all. I'm going to keep trying to make the content a little bit better each week. So just hang in there with me. Again, make sure y'all are subscribed so y'all don't miss out on any of that or any of the future updates. And again, make sure y'all are in the free Telegram chat room. The link is down below. And if you guys are looking for a really good broker, the broker that I use, the link is down below as well. I've been using them for about 2 years now. Really, really love them. Wouldn't change for another broker. Literally over $400,000 in withdrawals. Have not had any problems with them. I absolutely love them, so I can vouch for them. Other than that, man, that's y'all's updates for this week, man. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. I hope y'all have a great trading week, and I will talk to y'all soon. Peace.